Feel real good. Feel real good. Good vibes. What up, baby?
What up, fam?
How you doing?
Finally skated on in, man. It was hard to get in. That VIP line crazy.
Yeah, it's real. It's all real. What's happening?
Word up. Oh, man, everything is good, man. Thanks for rocking with us today, man.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Real talk.
Word up. Word up. So, yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. Rock the
Okay.
bells. You rocking the hat right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the brand. You branded that brand
Yeah.
from like the very beginning, man. Let's get some words on how you branded it.
Well, you know, the whole thing, you know, from the beginning, obviously, you know, from the days of, you know, the Crash Crew to me writing the song Rock the Bells to, you know, the original version to the remix version, it always was something. And then when I seen people running around with it, it just made me really uncomfortable because I felt like, you know, it was a brand that I built and I didn't feel good about it. So I went and got it back and decided that I wanted to use it to help, you know, one, lift up classic hip hop, lift up the culture, you know, two, share it with artists that have been in the game a long time and made a big contribution to the game. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Really, really make sure that they had equity. So I, you know, hit off, you know, Run with some equity and Salt and Pepper with some equity and hit, you know, Fab Five Freddy with some equity and gave him a piece and Eric B and you know, I mean, Roxanne Shante and Big Daddy Kane and Crazy Legs and, you know what I'm saying? Even Jonathan Mannion and Ernie Panicoli, who took so many photos and did so much for us in the culture.
No doubt.
And then, and where it really all started was that the station, you know, was just doing so well. I mean, you know,
Sirius XM. Sirius XM.
Yeah, Channel 43 on Sirius XM is Rock the Bells, and the station is just doing so good that it was like, you know what? You know, it seems like I need to take that natural next step. So we took the natural next step and built the platform, rockthebells.com. And now it's for, you know, if fans want exclusive audio, exclusive video, if they want to buy something, all things hip hop, all things classic hip hop, you just go to rockthebells.com and it's there.
Yeah, man. And the site itself, like outside of the radio, because we're going to talk about the radio station in a sec, but the website itself, man, is very well put together. I wasn't expecting seeing like stuff like Mitchell and Ness and Jordans and all. I was like, yo, wait a minute, man. Yeah. They actually really set it to that bar that we're used to with like some of the other e-commerce sites.
Oh, yeah. And it's just the beginning, right? Like we're a work in progress. I'm sure people could go to the site and see things that we need to change and improve, and we're getting better every day at it.
No doubt.
It really is going to be, it's going to give you exclusive content. It's going to give you those products that you want, whether you want to get those new J's or maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to get some Chuckers or maybe you want to get some Adidas, Pumas, like
no doubt.
You want. I just wanted to make sure books, like you got people that are into investing, who want to hustle, who want to know how to make their lives better. So many of us are trying to make their lives better. Boom. You can go to Rock the Bells. You can cop all the books on hustling, whether it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or whether it's, you know, it's
48 Laws of Power,
or 48 Laws of Power, Art of War, or, you know,
all that good stuff.
Gucci Man's auto.
The platinum workout. The platinum workout.
No doubt. All that. Yep.
Nah,
really,
man, that's what's up.
It's for the culture.
It's for us.
Real. Yeah.
But why is it so important for you to make sure that you're shining the light on artists that they may have been super hot back in the day? They still have their fans, but they're not just getting the light that they need, because we have to show like some kind of respect to them. You know, what made you say like, I'm going to be the one to do that? I
mean, the real answer is that I feel like black artists get treated differently. You know what I'm saying? The real answer is I feel like, you know, sometimes it seems like a black artist is they're only as good as their chart position, to be honest. So it's like,
to be real,
you know, when you know, I mean, when people, and I say this with respect, when people talk about the Beatles, they act like they had an album last night. You know what I'm saying? When anybody else is like, you know, oh yeah, he had a moment.
He had a moment. He was good back then.
And I think I just totally disagree with that premise. I believe that hip hop artists are as important as any other artists. I believe that hip hop artists have a right to reach their fans. I feel like the fans, it's also disrespectful to the fans. See, because when you tell me that my favorite artist is only good because he's on the top of your charts, basically what you're telling me is I don't have taste. I'm just fly by night. You know, and so I felt like, yo, I feel like we deserve to be treated this way. So that's right. That's why you'll see me do big articles on Big Daddy Kane, and you'll see me Crazy Legs. I'll have shirts, and you see Roxanne Shante right now is on the radio on Rock the Bells, and you see, you know, Bismarck, man, he feel better. While he's getting better, Prince Marky D is rocking with him, and
he's
like,
rocking.
Like my thing is that Mr. C is on the air. My thing is that we need to. You only get treated the way you treat yourself. So I felt like I needed to be the gatekeeper of our culture, classic hip hop, and just not let it be treated like dusty or corny, because it's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't say you too. You don't call you too corny. They don't tell us the Rolling Stones are corny.
And they still get deals. They get big endorsement deals 30 and 40 years later.
This is
you know what I mean?
So,
it's a big difference.
Right. So I felt like, you know what? I'm not gonna let. I refuse to let the world treat our culture like that. But I couldn't just sit around and complain. I had to actually step up. So I put a team together, and I stepped up, and now it's rockthebells.com. And now really, we'll have hit moments, and there'll be great things, and we'll have great content. But right now, it's really about the people and the fans just going in and just, when they want to buy something, buy through rockthebells.com. Read the articles on rockthebells.com. But don't just read them, share them.
Yeah, man. That Big Daddy Kane piece was very informative, man. Because there's hardly any pieces that mention his high school, and I went to the same high school. I was years after him, but we both went to Sarah J. Hell, and I was like, wait a minute, they put that in the piece? You never get to really see that kind of information, and talking about him and Biz going to Albee Square Mall, a battle, and the details in it. I was really, really shocked and impressed by the level of writing that was there, man.
Yeah, and my man, you know, my head of editorial, Alec Banks, my one of my guys, Stereo Williams.
Stereo is
I mean, they're working hard. Like, they're working hard to make sure that we give people great stories. I want to treat these artists with respect, man. Like, the artists deserve the respect. And it ain't about LL Cool J. It's not a LL Cool J fan club. This is about our culture. People got to understand that. Like, that's why when whether you listen to the station or you go to the platform, it's not just me everywhere doing everything. You know, people have to understand that I am mature enough as a man and as an artist to lift up other artists and be comfortable with seeing
that's big. That's the big part.
That. You know what I mean?
That's the big part. That's the big part. But you've done that with like all the different posse cuts and making sure that the level of the playing field is there. You're never getting people that they're like, oh, look, L just brought some bums with him. Like, you always have somebody dope. You know what I mean? But real quick with the radio though, I'm a huge fan of the actual station, because I remember listening to it when it was Backspin. You know, and then it got, and Backspin was like an ode to all the like old school kind of like late 70s all the way up to like maybe the early 90s. Right. And I like the lane that you're locking in on, but you brought in different kind of segments like the Furious 5, which I love. Bring that sample back.
Yeah, salute the sample.
Salute the sample. Like you and Greg Nice, y'all need like the official show though. You and Greg Nice are something special on there, man. Y'all cracking jokes. Like, what made you say like, hey, I'm gonna have Greg Nice as like my guy, like my co-host on some of those specials?
Because he knows the culture. He's talented, and these artists deserve to have breaks and get some shine and get play and be a part of what we're doing. And I feel like all of the culture, we have to embrace each other, man. We gotta embrace each other. We cannot. There's no way. Like, yes, you put your oxygen mask on first, then you help the person next to you, right? But so in my career, I put my oxygen mask on. So now I'm trying to help the people around me and help the culture and just lift it up. And it's cool. Like, we got real fans. Like, Generation X is like forgotten about. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
and people,
serious.
They sleeping on Generation X, and it's like Generation X is loving what we're doing. And then what's the crazy thing is, you got a couple of millennials that might be like, but then Generation Z is all over us too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like Gen X
It's a lot.
and Gen Z kids, like, we rocking. So it's like, why not lift the culture up? You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
got all these fans. Like, let me tell you something. You could talk, 50 fans, 20 fans, treat it right, make a huge difference in your career.
Oh my goodness. They start the movements. Those are the ones that start the movements.
That's what I'm saying.
They start the movements. That's real. You do have a section on the station though, where I was like, yo, this is like Juice Crew Radio. You started off with Biz, then you got Roxanne Shante, then you end off the day with Mr. C.
Yeah.
That's like everyone groomed from Marley Marl right there. And then you at the top, like, what was it about you bringing in like that many Juice Crew members for the radio station?
It really just happened like that. It was their talent.
Really?
Their talent, man. I feel like they got talent. I feel like Roxanne Shante, her natural wit as a freestyle artist, as one of the first female superstars in the game. Obviously, there was Sha Rock and Pebbly Pool and Debbie and all them. But Shante, the place that she occupies in the culture, it felt right. Mr. C is a guy that was tearing down parties for a long time and crushing it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like people, a few things happened in his life, and it was like now all of a sudden he had to like just do parties and stuff, and he was still rocking, but why wasn't he on the radio? I'm like, C need to be on the radio. C's killing it.
That's real.
So
Killer.
you got C in there. Biz is my man. I felt like Biz just the charisma, his personality. You know what I mean? I was like, let's put Biz on. So it's like, and then Marky D, like Prince Marky D is like my man. So, Biz, while Biz heals up, I'm like, Marky D, you need to come on in. But my thing is that, even after that, we might have to keep Mark rocking. You know what I mean? So it's like,
he's been doing well.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to bring people from the culture, whether it's Greg Nice, whether, Red Alert doing voiceovers. I mean, I'm just really embracing our culture. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And you're not just playing the hits. You're playing like forgotten jams. You're playing like freestyle. I heard a freestyle of yours that I never heard before. That was like, I guess you was at some kind of party or something and you was rocking it and they caught it. I don't know which one it was, but I'm driving like, wait a minute. I know almost all your lyrics pretty much, like especially the battle rhymes. And I heard this one. It was like, wait a minute. Like you had to be like 19 or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, that might have been me at After Midnight. That might have been the After Midnight joint. Or one or the other. But it's funny. It's like to me, man, like, let's just lift up our culture. You know what I mean? Let's just do dope stuff, dope shit.
Having fun.
Culture, have fun, enjoy it. You know what I mean?
You and Z Trippy having fun, man. When y'all did like the what was it? It was like the live concert.
Oh yeah.
But it was just like all live songs by artists.
Yeah.
Like oh man, that was incredible. That was incredible to have a whole show like that. Yeah, and you're like, I just saw Method backstage. It was crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the way our culture needs to be lifted up. My vision is to see classic hip hop held in the highest regard, and all of the artists involved with it held in the highest regard. And somebody had to step out. So I'm like, but that's my point. I'm not trying to do nothing like where like we don't know how to take our high school rings off or something. Like it's all brand new. It's got to be fresh. The ideas got to be
fresh.
It's got to be innovative. It's got to, we always got to move the culture forward. I don't want to never do nothing boring. You know what I'm saying? I'm not remotely interested in that shit. You know what I mean? Like I want to have some fun with mine. You know what I mean?
And, yeah, definitely. And you had some fun recent, man. You've been like really pushing the brand outside of the brand too, because you did the Lollapalooza live recently. Yeah. Can you tell the people about that whole experience?
Yeah, well, Lollapalooza was great. We got with Lollapalooza, and Salesforce wanted to, they wanted us to do some content. So we got with Salesforce. We did this whole Make Change program, and we put together a whole series of visuals for them. We celebrated the culture, all 4 elements. We went into MCing, the art of MCing, art of DJing, you know what I'm saying, the art of graffiti and photography, the art of breaking. I had Crazy Legs in there. Me and Primo did a whole breakdown of Guru's lyrics, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Jonathan Mannion, and Say Adams went into like the history of photography and graffiti. And
let people know who Say Adams is, man. Say Adams is very important. Can you let them know who Say Adams is?
Say Adams is like the guy who did like I mean, all of the logos, you know, like
All the logos.
all of the famous logos you love, the
Def
Beach
Jam.
Boys, the Def Jam joints, the
All the
that were
album
at
covers.
Def Jam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like all of them Run DMC backdrops, those Houdini backdrops, those, I mean,
Say
he
Adams.
really just, like, he helped, like, he put together my All World album cover. He was involved with, like, all of my, even my first album cover, you know what I'm saying? He was involved with. So, you know, Say has always been a big part of this.
Yep. And you had my man Rob Swift and Mr. Sinister for Lollapalooza. They tore it down. And you had another DJ after them too.
Buck Rogers.
There you go. But he got busy too.
Yeah,
he got busy.
Yeah. But my thing is Rob Swift and Mr. Sinister, like, on the art of DJ, and it's like, yo, give the DJ some love. You know what I'm saying? So they got on there, started cutting, started doing their thing. Rest is history. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's wild because I got in the game through Rob Swift. He helped me get in the game because we went to the same school. Yeah, we went to the same college, and that's how I started going to joints with him. I was carrying records for the X-Men. It's crazy. So I used to get in through them.
Rob got busy on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And you
Rob
also just did DJ Cassidy's amazing Pass the Mic Volume 2, man. To be able to see each MC go from their crib and perform, I think you might have been the only one that stood up outside of you and Milk D. You was attacking it like you was on stage, man.
Man, anything I do, if a task is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be thy labor great or small, do it well or not at all.
Come on, man. Where the beats at?
Whether it's for 5 people, or for 15 people, or for 20,000 people, I always go all out, and that's why I did it like that. I want people to have fun. Plus, these things live on forever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't half step on the fans. You know what I mean? For real. But yo, I gotta tell you, everybody did their thing. Everybody was crazy.
They got busy.
Like, yo, Rock him in the chair. Chubb Rock was in front of the boom boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Greg Nice, the way he was sitting down.
He was just bopping.
It was crazy. That whole joint.
But it was ill how they brought in Primo, and then Smooth B comes in.
Great.
Yo.
Get out. It was crazy.
It was dope, man. And to see Run set it off with DMC, we don't even get to see them perform like that. So that was like a special moment. Cassidy has to get a lot of props. I know Rock the Bells was helping to present with them. So that amazing work, y'all.
Yeah, man. You know, the goal is just to really, really, really just promote our culture and do it for the fans, dog. Like, yo, the fans deserve it. The people watching this deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Back to back, like somebody wrote shoulder to shoulder. That's it. It's back to back, shoulder to shoulder, man. Just giving them what they love, baby. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. And then like a little bit off the beaten path real quick, man. Like during this whole quarantine time, everybody's been having hard times and stuff. What you did was you kind of embraced like not just the culture, but society as a whole. Like you used your own social media platform to start hitting people and telling them to call you. You would do FaceTimes with people just popping in on different people's cribs. You've been doing this for weeks on end. How has that affected you? I know how you affect them because they go crazy like, yo, Deborah, I got him. I got him. They be going crazy looking at you on there, talking to them, man. You like really, you know, inspire them. Keep them going. What has it done for you, though?
Taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to reconnect with the people in a big way. You know what I'm saying? Like the one thing you never want to do is you never want to get separated from the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's always important to remember the space that you occupy in society, and if you got to use that to help others. So my thing was like, okay, I know people are going through it. You know, now I can sit over here in the bubble, or I can reach out to the people, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing when you got some gates and you kind of, you know, you behind it, you know, you can sit there behind the gates and all that. But it's like, what about everybody? Like, you know, they look to us not only for our music and our TV and all of that to entertain them, but they look for us sometimes for comfort. We help them escape. There are a lot of reasons why people look to people like myself and others. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to the people. I'm going to FaceTime with them. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to see how they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to give them some love. You know what I mean? And
that's what's up.
That's what I did. And I felt great about that. You know what I'm saying? It really felt good. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, like, at the end of the day, you know, 300 years from now, it's like, the question is, what did you do with your life? It's not really about only how much money do you have. It's not really only, okay, you were on the cover of a financial magazine and you have a lot of money. Yeah, that's important, and it's a great thing, and it's a great way to keep score. It really is. It's a great way to keep score, and I would lie to you. I would be lying if I said I didn't want to make money. I'm always a hustle and all that. But 300 years from now, it's also about how did you affect everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we believe in generational wealth. Yes, I believe in those things. Of course I do. I'm supposed to. But of course, also, how did you affect? What was your impact on the world? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do things like that. Because I know that now it may be 200 people who saw it, or 1,000 people who saw it, or 500. But you know what? 100 years from now, 1 million people will know about it.
That's real. That's
2
real.
million people will know about it. See,
and that's outside of the music.
Right, because you can't despise humble beginnings. You know, we start off with these small seeds, and we have to be grateful for these little seeds.
That's real.
You know what I mean? You got to be grateful for the little seeds, and then you just plant them, and you keep working. And you keep working. So that's what I do.
That's what's up. And during that time, we had the uprising of, you know, social justice. We had the unfortunate deaths of, you know, George Floyd, Ahmaud, you know, Breonna, still looking for justice. You were faced with some of those questions and comments, and you were going in and out of those things. What was going through your mind through those times, and how did you deal with, you know, some of the criticism that you were catching for making your own statements?
Well, look, there's no way that you could talk about anything important and not offend somebody. Right? If you have a subject that's super important, if you talk to one person, maybe they get offended. What if you talk to 10 people? What if you talk to 100 people? What if you talk to 1,000 people? Right? Like on Twitter, I got 5 million followers. Somebody's going to get offended.
Somebody's going to catch it. Yeah.
Everybody's not going to agree. Somebody's going to get offended.
Right.
So you can't trip off of that. You have to, but what you want to do is you want to empathize and at least have empathy. See, what we got to be careful of is not being respectful of other people's circumstances.
Gotcha.
Right? Like I'll give you an example. A lot of times, like I'll have people say to me, well, LL, you know, you made it out of the ghetto. You're proof. I said, no.
Hold up.
I'm an anomaly. I'm an exception to a rule. Me and a lot of people are in spite of, not because of.
Right.
And so we got to be careful.
There's that difference. Yeah.
So yes. While there are always going to be certain things that I'm always going to challenge our culture, because I want us to be the best that we can be. And you're not going to have a head coach and love everything that they say. You ain't gonna have a head coach and love everything that they say. Leaders are not there only to make you feel warm and fuzzy. I must challenge our culture some, but I also must empathize and understand, you know, what we're going through as a people and what my place is in society and how I can make a contribution. You know what I mean?
Because your voice is there for that as well.
And that's why I wrote the freestyle, right? Like I wrote that.
And I was about to get into that.
Right.
That freestyle, that brought out a different type of L that we hadn't seen in a while. And I think a lot of people that have been following you probably for the past 10 years or so, they might not know that L. They don't know that L will get aggressive. The whole face filled up the screen and you didn't move until you was done. Yeah. And you said what you had to say.
Yeah.
That was it was mind-boggling to me, because someone on your status, they normally don't go back to that person.
Yeah, I know, but you know what people got to understand about LL Cool J is there's a difference between having manners and being weak. And see, people don't understand that I have manners. So when you see me hosting the Grammys, it's just as simple as me having manners. You know what I mean? If I come to your house for dinner, I ain't got to put my muddy Timberland boots on your table.
On the table.
It's just manners. Like they think I'm being like, they think, oh, he's being rich, or he's being, no, I just got manners. So, but in a situation when you got a guy getting with his neck being kneeled on for 8 minutes and 40 seconds, there's nothing to be polite about.
Right.
There ain't nothing to be polite about. You know what I'm saying? So because my thing is, you know, we got to be on the right side of history. He kneeled on this guy's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds until he passed away. I ain't got no reason to be mannerable about that. That shit was unjust. That was absolutely unjust.
There it is.
So that's why the freestyle was different from the other things, because I haven't been inspired to get in that bag by anything.
Right. But that did it.
Yeah. It's just like when a dude broke in my house. I wasn't polite that day either.
You wasn't polite that day?
Yeah, you know, like, welcome to the Grammys. I don't think, when homie broke in my house, I wasn't standing there with a tuxedo and shit on saying, welcome to the Grammys. My name is, and this is a time music's biggest night and shit.
Nah. He caught the future of the funk. He caught the future of the funk on that night.
Yeah. Like, welcome to the Grammys. Hold on a second. I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then I'm now back. Welcome to
now I'm back.
Now I'm back. Welcome to the Grammys. You know what I mean?
That's real.
That's all it is.
That's real. Me. Oh man. Yeah, it was crazy when we saw that in the news, man. It was like, L still got it. You know, that's some Batman stuff, man.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? It was serious like that.
Black man stuff. That ain't no
black man.
Black man and Robin. You know what I mean? That's black man and Robin.
Black man stopping the Robin.
Come on, man. Like, listen.
It was serious.
With drawers on, no shirt, boxers.
It was a two-piece, one shot.
Two-piece, elbow, everything you can think
of.
You
had the UFC with him.
Nasty. 52, not UFC, 52 blocks.
52 blocks. 52. The 52.
Like, We're getting into it. Yeah, let's get into it.
That's beautiful, man. I'm glad you caught him. Yeah. Glad you caught him, man. Show that you still got it. But speaking of still got it, or still having it.
Yeah.
Recently, some friends of mine over at level.com came up with a 40 over 40 list.
Right.
I don't know if you did you check that list out?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw the 40 rappers over the age of 40 list?
Yeah.
What did you think of the list?
I'm gonna make them regret writing that shit. because they to not put me on that was ridiculous. But it's okay. Because I love that. Because when I drop this album on their ass, they're gonna wish they put me on that list.
And the album is back on Def Jam. Am I right?
Def Jam, and I'm working on it every day. I've been in the studio constantly working on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get on their asses. And but guys, they see a lot of times you can't take it personal though. They probably think I don't care, but I do care. I took it personal. I do care.
You do care.
I do care.
Because there was some people on the
all that L's on TV, he don't care. That's bullshit. I care. I want to be respected. Now it matters to me. I want to be respected.
I love to hear this talk. I love to hear this talk. Yeah, this is that talk from the Rock.
Yeah, so when they don't put me on them lists and all that, I'm like, okay.
See, this is when Farmers Boulevard start coming out. This is what I'm starting to hear right now. I'm starting to hear that Farmers.
What those guys do, man, is see, I've been around so long that it's easy to take me for granted. Yes,
that I wholeheartedly agree with you. I really do. Because when to prepare for this, I went back through the catalog and I was like, damn, I forgot the Mr. Smith album is so serious. And that's just going to 95.
I know, man.
Like, just if we just go right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's all love, though.
And what?
I think, though, look, at the end of the day, it's a nice challenge. They didn't put me on the list. Challenge accepted. And history will be the judge. We'll see.
There we go.
We're going to have to find out now.
Now we got to find out. But probably before the album, though, we might get a verses from you because everybody seems to be throwing your name in the bag for verses because KRS came with something crazy the other day. And he was he was like, yo, he won't survive
Right.
I'm looking like.
But my thing is this. My thing is this. I thought that was a celebration.
It's yo.
No, so wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold up.
Okay.
It's a celebration until you get to LL Cool J. Now,
No,
wait a minute. Because before I thought it was a celebration. What happened?
You know it's cool in the game.
Celebration.
You know it's cool in the game.
You get to LL and I'm like, what happened?
Yes, because you're the rhyming animal.
Wait a minute.
You the guy. You'll fight them from the lobby to the roof.
I thought it was a celebration.
It can't be when it's LL.
I thought it was a celebration. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna make the rim 12 feet for me, huh?
Yes. There we go. You gotta play in the bubble. You gotta play in the bubble
on a 12-foot rim. No, I'm in the parking lot on the 12-foot rim. Everybody else gets to play on the 10-foot rim.
They get the. All I'm saying is, I'm seeing it come this way because now we're looking at L is afraid of KRS. I'm glad you stopped that. I'm not, I ain't even trying to start nothing. I'm just, I can't.
Yeah.
Yo.
Petro,
all right, we got
Petro, bitch. That's funny.
Yo, that's
oh shit! Wow.
Yo, oh man, that's the laugh from the second album, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, yo. All right, man, you gotta be crying in here. We're gonna say we could look out for a versus battle coming though. We can say that at least because you and Swiss talk a lot, and after every one, it's always your name coming up after every one.
If it's the right person, I'm open to it. But when it feels like, when the celebration feels celebratory, then we can talk about it. You know what I mean?
I think we all. I think we all know who you really want, though.
Listen,
I think we all know that.
Listen, go to rockthebells.com to find out. You want to know who I want on Versus? Go to rockthebells.com to find out. I wrote it.
All right.
I wrote it on rockthebells.com in a spot. I literally did. It's in a spot on rockthebells.com.
It's in a spot in there, so it's an Easter egg. It's an Easter egg. They got to go find it.
For real.
I believe you. I'm about to go look.
I got an Easter egg on rockthebells.com. Go to rockthebells.com. Find the Easter egg. You'll know who I want to battle on Versus.
There it is, man. There it is. I do feel, though, that next one that they're going to announce is probably going to be Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim.
I love that. And it's a celebration. It's a celebration.
What I want to say about that is I'm sure you've seen them both perform. What do you like about both of them?
I mean, they're both unbelievable. I mean, Kane is a dynamic live performer. Like Kane,
yeah.
I mean, he's flipping over Scuba Scrap's head. He's unbelievable on stage. You know what I'm saying? Rakim is a whole different thing. Rakim is his dynamism comes from his lyricism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just his voice and the way he approaches those rhymes and them records. They're both great. I mean, I think that's a very good party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think
celebration.
Hearing Warm It Up Kane and then hearing Microphone Fiend, we got the bottle. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's gonna be something, man. That's gonna be something. Do you miss performing right now?
I mean, if you look at that Cassidy pass the mic too, I'd have to say yeah, right? Because I was going in, right? I was in the camera like this, right? So yeah, I definitely do. I can't wait to do some shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't wait to do some shows, man. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that you could just let with Level? Yeah, you could let them know that I took that personal.
Yeah, because number 5 was Killer Mike, number 4 was Black Thought,
yeah,
number 3 was Pusha T,
yeah,
number 2 was Royce the 5'9",
yeah,
and number 1 was Jay-Z.
Yeah, I never did nothing. I never did nothing.
Well, this is the thing. They're counting from the year they turned 40. So from 40, we're looking at what we're looking at. Exit 13 and Authentic.
The year they turned 40.
Yeah, not their whole catalog. It's not the whole catalog. That's the difference with the list. It starts from when they turn. So everything prior to you turning 40 It doesn't count.
So basically what you're telling me is you only using Mike stats from the Wizards.
Yes.
That's the criteria. What y'all was just trying to make sure some people wasn't in it?
That's the only, yo.
Yeah.
You can only go.
Yeah,
you can't use. You can't use Mr. Smith. You can't use radio. You can't use Bigger Deffer.
Listen, I don't want to hear that, man. Look, if I got a career and I'm over 40, don't be coming. You going? What you mean?
Only from 40 on.
Look. Everybody had better work and worse work. Some of my work was good as some of my other work. This is true. It's like seasons, right? Like, different people. LeBron, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's had better seasons and worse seasons. Always amazing. But I'm just saying, so they carving out years like
40 on. You can't use your other stuff.
I don't understand that.
Because like 30 is the new 40, 40 is the new 30, all of that from 40 on.
All right. Well, let's hold that thought. Say this. Let's hold that thought.
So let's hold that thought. But let's say this though. Was there a point where the music wasn't there for you? Like it wasn't like the. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Like what happens is that you when you're doing a lot of things and you can kind of get you can get a little distracted. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing movies. You're doing TV. You're hosting the Grammys.
You get distracted. It's just kind of like you just get distracted. I think that's the best word. That's the most honest and transparent way to say it. My focus wasn't music for many years. My focus was other things. That is true. Now that is true, right?
Right.
But it's kind of like, don't confuse a project where I'm probably not on my A game and not as focused with me being focused.
Or not having the skill.
Well, they're conflating that, but that's a whole nother thing. But you're right about that too. But don't. Right. So my thing is like now, that's why this new project that I'm working on, like, it's going to be great for my fans because the people that love L and the people that ride with L, we're going to bust their asses.
That's what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting for. And you got to understand what kind of L fan I am. Walking with a Panther is still one of my joints. Like that, I didn't understand. I didn't understand because at the time, that was ahead of the time for a lot of people. It brought forth a whole nother genre that everybody was doing, kind of like the High Life Flossy kind of thing. But you had like your most amazing battle rhymes on there.
I had some
Nitro.
Nitro. I said, well, yeah. It's joints. But you know what? This new record though, is like, this new record is got like a different, like a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? The shit is, is feeling good. And the production and the way we rocking, like, it's feeling right. It's feeling good.
That's what's up.
My thing is that, so they can write those lists and they can look criteria and establish criteria, the best
from when you're 47 on.
Did a TV show, or the best rapper over 40 who never hosted the Grammys, or the best rapper over 40 who never had FUBU as an adult, the best rapper over 40. Go ahead with that bullshit, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead with that bullshit. Man, you don't have a list.
Eat them up, L.
On the list.
Eat them up, L.
Hear that shit.
Eat them up, L.
Yo, they get all this, exit 13. Man, LL's supposed to be on the list. I don't want to hear that, man.
Yo, you got me crying, man.
Listen,
Yo.
Man, the best rapper over 40 who never had an Audi in 87. You know what I mean? Like, these dudes is like, these dudes, they always coming up with some bullshit. You know what I mean? And they're talking about, but then they're going, but then it's time to go on the other show. Then it's no longer a celebration. He won't survive.
It's different for you, man. It's different for you, Al. You see. It gotta be different, man. If you got the GOAT in your title, that precedes. When people say GOAT, they think L, they think Michael Jordan, they think Muhammad Ali. You introduced this. This is your doing. Yeah, but to be real.
But at the same time, it's like, so show some love. Just show some love. You get that L some love. Yeah, man, out some love. They try to set me up for the flim flam, for the ooh wah wah. They want, you know what I mean? Want to throw a banana, put a, you know what I mean? Throw a
in
banana
the tailpipe
game for L and yo, and you know he don't need it, and you know where he's at, and you know what I mean?
Oh man. Yo, I'm just waiting for this new record, man. I can't wait. I'm ready. Cause just judging from the freestyle you did the other night, it's just showing you, man, even at whatever age, you're still with the scope and you can hit the moving target. And that's the most beautiful thing about having an icon that's helping other artists still dope himself and is like can still go in that chamber and say, watch this. It's a beautiful thing to see, man.
I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry.
Word up.
I feel I feel scorned. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yo, you remember Fatal Attraction when the lady was in there turning the lights on and off and shit?
Yes.
That's how I feel looking at that list. I'm just sitting in the house turning the lights on and off and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you boiling a rabbit and all that good stuff.
Boiling rabbits and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but I ain't dying at the end.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
I'm doing
all love.
Nah, it's all love, man. It's all love. But
that's
yo, we're gonna have a good time with it. Hip hop is real.
Let's do it.
We're gonna do the album. RockTheBells.com is serious. All these dudes with they, with they,
I do have one more. I have one more, and not to even end on a somber note or anything like that, but on a enlightening note. I was listening to I believe it was Mr. Smith album, and you shouted out Chris Lighty.
Yeah.
For helping put the album together.
Yeah.
And that's one of your best projects.
Yeah.
And I thought about your moves that you're making now. A lot of these entrepreneurial moves and stuff like that, he would have been like, yo, L, we got him again. Yo, B, listen, B, we got him. B. Like, when I heard you shout him, it just took me back to his energy because I used to work on the same block with him. And every morning we would walk to the office together because we would park our cars.
Yeah.
And right there on 25th, remember that garage?
Of course.
And we would walk. And I heard you say his name, and I thought about y'all bond together and what he would think of all the moves you're making right now. What do you think he would think?
First of all, I think that, hip hop was definitely affected by his passing.
Of course.
In a major way.
Yeah.
And really loved the guy. Yo, you gotta know how to pivot. You gotta stay on the pivot. You gotta know how to pivot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Chris is the best, man. Chris gonna tell you what you have for dinner at your house. I'm like, okay,
right.
See, you get yourself in trouble. You know what I mean?
Right,
and,
right.
But Chris is he was an amazing dude. He was smart. He was brilliant, and I think that he would be very excited about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And he would probably be in my ear trying to gas me to go on the thing and get in the on that. And
he would have told you, go get him. Go get him.
You gotta go get him. You gotta go get him. What's going on and what it is. You gotta You can't let him. You can't let him sleep. Man, knock it off, B. I can hear him talking to me now.
You can hear him. I feel you.
That nonsense. It's like we're talking about Chris Lighty. So, but look. Chris he's an amazing dude, solid dude, always respected, always loved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always loved and respected him. You know what I'm saying? And man, like, and just on another note, I don't believe he did that to himself. All right. For those who know the story, I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't believe he did it to himself. But that's a whole nother thing. But I'm always gonna have maximum respect for Chris, man. Man, he rests in eternal power, man. He was yes,
indeed.
He was good.
And that's so crazy. While you're talking about Chris, D Nice just entered.
D Nice,
isn't that something? That's that energy, man. That's that energy. And you see how D just changed the game? Do you see how he changed? He opened the door for everything that's going on during quarantine, man. Isn't that amazing?
I love what D is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, you got people that go get, you know, they set up a bottle of wine and put their iPhone up and just watch D spin. I mean, he's part of the process, right? Like he's part of
all the
everybody
way
daily, you know what I mean? So I love what he's doing and I'm proud of him, you know what I'm saying? Like D,
yes, indeed.
like I'm like I love him, you know what I'm saying? So
another Chris Lighty love, man. That's that team right there, that Violator squad. Gotta love that.
Yep,
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
But thank you, L, man. This has been amazing, bro. You know we're gonna get up. I'll probably see you at New Year's service. Do we have to say spot?
Alan
I'll
and me.
see you
Hopefully
there.
we'll be able to go. Hopefully we'll be able to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Word up, man.
Salute, baby.
Much love to you. Much love to the fam. Make sure you stay up.
Keep the vibes alive, baby. Peace.
I got you.
My man. One. Yeah, good vibes, yo. So, yo, signing off. Good vibes. Keep the vibes alive. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. I love you. Peace.